Good day, my name is Kolawole Olatosimi. I'm the National Coordinator of Child and Youth Protection Foundation. The year 2024 has been a good year for us in CYPF, and we have been able to support young girls in activities that promote their rights, in activities that improve on the girls' agencies, both in-school girls and out-of-school girls. We have been able to support programs that have promoted the right of children in Nigeria. Our pad banks in schools have increased to 8, and we are hoping that this will begin to increase more in coming months as we begin to project to the last half of 2024. CYPF has been able also to carry out school intervention programs that tends from leadership training, first aids response in schools, and we have been also been able to support young girls in staying in school in the first 6 months of 2024. And also we're part in the first half of 2024. CYPF was part of the planning committee of the West African Adolescent Girls Summit that took place in Liberia, and at this particular summit 2 of our adolescent girls that are part of the CYPF girls movement were in the forefront of planning, organizing, and moderating these particular sessions. We had a lot of lessons learned that we started applying, and immediately after that our girls movement had 3 webinars that speaks about the right of young girls in Nigeria, that also talks about child protection issues in Nigeria, and these webinars were attended by stakeholders, and also we had a session of that particular webinar that have young girls from Liberia, from Sierra Leone, from Ghana joined this particular webinar. In the first half of 2024, CYPF was part of review committees that looked at national document in Nigeria that talks about child protection. We're part of the ILO launch of the National Survey on Child Labor and Forced Labor, and we actually contributed to the to that particular document. We have been also been part of all the capacity building for stakeholders in Nigeria in the first half of 2024, and we hope that this will continue. CYPF is still supporting the National Coalition on Ending Child Marriage to build their capacities and also to contribute positively to the advocacy that is ongoing to ensure that girls are not married off before they turn 18 in Nigeria. We're part of the technical working group that looked at the review of the national strategy on ending child marriage in Nigeria, and we are hoping that the new strategy will be out very soon with the support of UNICEF to ensure that we begin to look at the implementations of the interventions that the advocacy strategy has looked into. We also looked at the review of the advocacy strategy of the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations on Ending Child Marriage in Nigeria. Through the support from Global Fund for Children, CYPF was part of the participant at the Elevated Children Funders General meeting that took place in Nairobi, Kenya. And at this particular meeting, we're able to connect to funders, and we're able to start interacting with new stakeholders that will promote the right of children in Nigeria and also the region. This what we have been able to do in the first 6 months of 2024. For the remaining half of 2024, we still believe that we'll be able to have more webinars on the right of children. We have more webinars on the best interest determination for children, and also contribute positively to the development of policies and agendas and direction in Nigeria. In the second half of 2024 also we'll be looking holistically into the issue of well-being, community well-being, and also peace building at the national level, and also in zones that CYPF have found its offices, that is in the North Central and in the Southwest. We're believing that despite the challenges of funding, despite the challenges of accessibility to funding, TYPF will be able to carry out activities that promote the right of children in all communities that we find ourselves in. We also believe that in the last half of 2024, TYPF will be able to partner with more organizations, more stakeholders, more individuals, and more of government agencies, department to ministry, to ensure the protection of children in Nigeria. You want to work with us? This is the best time for you to join us as we work together to ensure that no child is left behind when it comes to education, when it comes to protection, and when it comes to the provision of basic amenities for these children to grow.